when you wanna be me instead of you. Cause I am still on beat, showing love to the streets. Come on, you know me, cause that's who I am.
Your team better, but they lack skill. First snap, I lay your backs in the backfield. Your quarterback scared, I see it in his eyes. Sent the receiver in motion, that's just a disguise. My linebackers, they stepping up. Clog a hole, no letting up. Taking on no big blocks. On fourth down, we get big stops. My secondary is balling out. Your offense keeps stalling out. How many yards? Like none at all. Cause special teams don't punt the ball and it's gone. And you never see me fair catch. I get a block and then I'm gone like a Learjet. My helmet on, pass strap tight. My jersey shining in them Friday night lights. Win, win, we just came to win. Win, win, we just came to win. Friday night lights. Friday night lights. Win, win. We just came to win. Win. We must protect this house.
And good evening. Welcome to the CSI Mechanical Post-Game Show. I'm Kevin Hastings, brought with Will, the Three Boykins, and Dennis Davis.
Yes, sir.
Let's see. Steve DeGree be joining us here in just a little bit.
Yeah.
But we've got.
He'll be happy tonight now.
We're not even close to being on the radio right now. We got games in the third quarters and just starting fourth quarters right now. They had a lightning delay up at Drone. That's why they got behind. I just heard him talking about it during halftime. He said they never saw lightning at the stadium. It was one of those, hey, my phone tells me there's lightning somewhere, but it ain't here.
All it had to be
but we
was
gotta
15 miles within the area of the stadium.
Yeah, so anyway, they had a delay there, so they're behind. Shelby and Olympics behind. Now, North Lincoln and East Rutherford, that game's over with, and we got some more games that are over with. Cherville's still going on as well. So we do have some finals to go over for you folks at home, so we'll go ahead and shoot there. Will, if you want to go through the final scores there, if you don't mind.
All right, Burns wins over Alexander Central 44-7. It's Bessemer City over Union County 37-16. It's South Point over High Brighton 20-7. East Rutherford falls to North Gaston 56-21. Bessemer City comes away with a win tonight, 21-14. Maiden wins big, 50-19 over St. Stephen's. Freedom over Patton, 56-6. And I think that's all of our that's all of Pine Lake Prep loses to Lake Norman Charter 13-8. So I think that's all our finished scores. Right now we got Cherville losing to North Gaston 49-7. Shelby's winning over Olympic 44-14. Chase is now Chase is still behind Drone 28-19. East Rutherford, I said that one already. Ashbrook Fall is losing to East Gaston 27-0 right now. Landron, South Carolina is winning over Polk County 34-21.
Correction on the Burns, it was 50. They scored the last 20 seconds, I guess.
Oh, wow.
Oh, come on, man.
I thought it was over. I was like, oh, they're going to take a knee. Maybe not.
David Devine said, no, I ain't
Coach
taking no knee.
Devine. It might have been something personal in there. I don't know.
Yeah,
They never played each other, I don't think. As far as I know. I
thought they had.
I don't know nothing about that now.
I don't either. Chip Carter's in the house. All right, Chip, you are up at North Lincoln at East Rutherford.
Yes. Well said.
87
Chip was in the studio
points.
before the game.
87 points later, North Lincoln, and y'all guys got over kind of quick. Everybody else still playing, if you didn't know. So I guess pretty much North Lincoln controlled the whole game with the triple option tonight, Chip.
Pretty much from the get go, from the kickoff. It was you could tell they were controlling the trenches on both sides of the ball. East Rutherford, and it looked like Coach Russ knew what he was getting into. He was trying to slow the game down and keep keep North Lincoln's offense off the field. Really was trying to establish the run early on and just could not do it. The running plays they chipped away a few yards at a time, but they could not sustain any drives in the first half. They had one score. I think it was a short field, but North Lincoln scored every possession in the first half, and I think they scored all but one possession of the game, and it was a touch, and every score was a touchdown.
Is that North's first win? Were they over before tonight?
I can't. 1-1. I believe they're 1-1, or they were 1-1, so 2-1 now.
They got beat by West. Mm-hmm. So North Lincoln now
2-1. They were very. I'll be honest. It was my first time visiting up there, and their whole. I was talking to my wife on the way over here. Their whole operation is just the band, the field, how they run the entire football operation was impressive. You can tell they've done it before, but it was about halftime it was 49-7, and the entire second half was a running clock. So
they lost 21-20 to West Lincoln, and they won last week 21-20 against Lincoln.
Yeah, I remember that.
So there's your North Lincoln update.
So they're 2 points away from being undefeated right now.
Yes, basically. So Shannon Wingate, we're going to go through the touchdowns here. Run for North Lincoln up the middle.
How tall is that youngin? The big guy.
Number 3.
Number 3, Wingate, 5'10", 215. Their quarterback, Eli, Sipes the same. Sipes 5'10" as well.
East Rutherford wide receiver. Now on this play here, Chip.
Yeah, that was the entertaining play of the night.
So we're sitting here thinking he's definitely going to the outside receiver because he's looking at him the whole time.
Yeah.
But obviously this guy's not where he's supposed to be. But my question is, where's all the defenders?
Yeah, that's what I didn't. I looked at what I was.
There's 2 wide open guys.
That's exactly what when I'm sitting there getting ready to put that up on our Twitter page. I'm like, I gotta say something. They both beat the defense, so I gotta mention that. But
he made a great tackle.
Yeah, it's
fantastic hit of the night.
Yeah, I hope that other receiver plays both ways because he needs to be in the secondary. But I agree with you, Landon Flint. His favorite target is and has been Blake McClellan, and McClellan pulled that off. And that was their lone touchdown of the first half. Really could have been. I kind of traded text with Paul Foster and Jonathan Bland a little bit, them being up at Chase and Drawn this evening. And I told him it could have been a worse night for East Rutherford. Towards the end of the first half, their running back Matthew Pinkerton pulled up injured, and I was on their side. I was on their side of the sidelines or their side of the field for the first half. And he did not look comfortable, and I was a little concerned because they were trying to get the running game going, and what few yards they were able to pick up, he picked up most of them. So I was just a little worried about that, but he ended up playing in the second half. Actually scored their final touchdown in the fourth quarter, so he appeared to be fine.
Well, also looking at this play, the both wide receivers ran a vertical. So I was wondering where 22 came from, if he's a tight end or something. No, he's the slot receiver, and they both just ran to the same spot.
Yeah, pretty much. Yep.
Somebody didn't get the right memo on that one. Then North Lincoln, the rest of these are going to be North Lincoln outrights. Toss pitch to Owen Hammond.
Owen Hammond.
Thank you, PA announcer, for confirming that for me.
We were talking about that.
I'm a big fan of the PA announcers. I have no bias whatsoever.
Well, I told him I like the excited ones, but I don't know if I like them talking during the play.
Yeah, that's what experience I've had doing that. Yeah, you wait till after the play.
Scared he's gonna tip off something. So I don't know if you know this. Will or anybody, any of y'all ever played Madden? Every now and then you go up to the line of scrimmage and the stupid announcers will be like, the defense is in a cover 2 right here. And I'm like, don't
Thanks, John.
They just
Thank-
told the offense.
Thanks, Al. Come on.
They don't do it no more. They used to make me so
They're
mad.
just reading what you
Right.
showing.
Yeah.
And the announcers, the defense sitting in a covered tail. Oh gosh, here we go. But all right, East Rutherford fumble. Eli Sight connects to Owen Hammond. Wide open here, Chip.
He got way away. I mean, he was.
Now, let me get this straight, Chip.
Yes, sir.
Two receivers run together. Their receiver goes out. There's nobody anywhere near him. What's going on here?
I don't
tonight?
know if those two guys were in the secondary and they just play close to each other the whole game. I don't know. I don't think that's it. I just
Okay.
that had to be a blown coverage,
That's
obviously.
the old South Point option. Leak the guy off that wing. Or tight end. He just takes off right here.
And safety
Oh
didn't
yeah,
pick up
you
his
can
man.
see him. You can see him on that side, on the short side of the field.
That was definitely the safety's man. He sort of peeked him leaking out.
Little fake dive and slant for the score here. This made it 42-7 in the first half. Sight to Doden. Is it Doden? Is that how they're pronouncing that?
I believe so.
Aaron
Yes,
Doden,
Doden.
D-O-E-D.
Yes, sir.
Let's see. 49-7. This made it. What was this? Is the keeper handoff here? Handoff right off the left side for the score. Made it 49-7 halftime.
I was very busy in the second quarter.
Had a lot of points in the second.
Yes, sir. I mean, in the early on in the second quarter.
Swim move from Tanner Ayers right here. Is that the starting quarterback?
That's their.
Or is that
They had the reserves in at that point. Sipe is generally was their first half quarterback, and then Ayers came in for the second half. Looked sharp.
touchdown for 21. Pinkerton for East Rutherford.
That was, obviously a little late in the game, but it was a good sign for East Rutherford fans because, again, I was concerned about Pinkerton towards the end of the first half. So for him to be in that late in the game and finally get a touchdown. He did drop. If you kind of look at it, there was a fumble there, and he fell just right on top of it.
So they actually did call the fumble. I didn't know if they gave him that before it came out or not. So final score at North Lincoln, 56-21 on our Lincoln County game of the week next week. We're going to have Hickory
Race City
hosting
Steel.
East Lincoln. And then the Waggy game of the week next week, the Bessemer City Yellow Jackets will go up to Jefferson to whoop some Griffons. How about that one? Thank you, Chip, for coming on in and taking. Oh, we got some band action. We'll play the Band of Nights.
That was their halftime entertainment.
Yeah, they are known for having a good band.
It was the whole game. Again, everything up there was. I was very impressed by North Lincoln, and hats off to East Rutherford and Philip Russ. I switched sidelines. I was on the North Lincoln sideline for the second half, and one of their media folks just came up to me and really complimented them on their grit and their willingness to stay and to battle and fight, and they just how disciplined of a team East Rutherford was. Obviously, the game had not gone the way they'd wanted to. It was pretty much settled in the second half, but they continued to battle, continued to fight, and I think it's a credit to Coach Russ and to the staff that they are. And we talked about it prior to the game, Dennis. Yeah. This is you and Robbie and I, that this is and Shannon, that this is they're rebuilding this culture.
It's a building process.
Yep.
And unfortunately, when you're building, Chip, there's good nights and there's bad nights.
Yep.
And what you got to do is take the bad nights and learn from them, so you have more good nights than you have bad nights. And you keep building and building and building till you get to the point where you have a lot of good nights.
Well, this is the Band of Nights. And the thing about them is that one of the reasons they put the AstroTurf in is because they kept tearing up the field over there.
Wow.
The band.
Wait a minute.
This is one of those schools where the band director and the football coach butt heads a little bit as far as practice and
Well,
things like that.
if the band wouldn't wear cleats.
Yeah, they wouldn't tear up the field.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's Chip Carter's in the house. We're going to get some more scores. Caught him Chip Carey earlier.
Never had a nicer compliment in my life.
Oh, look.
We're going to try to find out some of these scores. We had so many teams off this week. We're doing nothing but searching the mountains for all the scores right now. So for the folks at home, I tell you what, we're going to take a quick break for the folks at home, and we're going to try to get the guys on radio here with us in just a few moments on KTCBroadcasting.com.
Since 1986, Witherspoon Insurance Agency in Shelby has been serving families across Shelby and Cleveland County. And today, Wayne Witherspoon continues the tradition of bringing you the best insurance at the best possible price. With names like The Hartford, Safeco, Progressive, National General, and Travelers. Drop by the office today at 125 North Lafayette Street in Shelby and talk with one of their friendly hometown agents. Witherspoon Insurance Agency, your independent insurance agency since 1986.
Your train comfort specialist is CSI Mechanical in Shelby, serving this area since 2010. CSI Mechanical's goal is to provide peace and comfort with respectable, dependable, honest, and reliable customer service for everyone. They pledge to keep their pricing competitive and fair with no hidden surprising costs. 100% customer satisfaction is their goal. From air conditioning to heating to HVAC repair and maintenance to commercial refrigeration. Call on CSI Mechanical, located at 410 South Post Road in Shelby. Call 704-600-6267. Online at csimechanical.com.
All right, welcome back to the Red Zone Radio Show, brought to you by Whitetail Properties. Do got some more finals coming across. Final score 50-7, Burns over Alexander Central. North Lincoln 56-21 over East Rutherford. East Gaston's the final now, 27-0 over Ashbrook. Freedom 56-6 over Patton. Watauga 36-35 over AC Reynolds. West Henderson 40-10 over Irwin. Mountain Island Charter 42-13 over South Lake Christian. Forest Hills 21-14 over Community School of Davidson. Lake Norman Charter 13-8 over Pine Lake Prep. Bessemer City wins 37-16 at Union Academy. South Point 27 at High Brighton. Bunker Hill wins 45-6 against the Hickory Hawks. Maiden 50-19 over St. Stephen's. And the Bandy's Trojans 45-14 over South Caldwell. East Surrey 64, South Stokes 48 are our final scores. Other scores across the area: North Gaston was up big on Cherryville 49-7. Shelby was up big late on Olympic. They pulled away. It was a close game for most of the game. Drone and Chase had a lightning delay. They're now 28-20-19. I don't know if anything else has changed. You heard anything else yet, Chip, on that?
I had not. I'll check with them and see.
All right, Polk County down in Landrum is that a final, Andre? Robbinsville? Okay. Robbinsville, that was a final 35-7, folks, over Allegheny. Like I said, we got a bunch of teams out this week on bye, so we're perusing the mountains for all the scores we can get for some of these teams. Hickory was up big on Cox Mill earlier, 35-15. First and only score I got for Winston-Salem and Highland Tech was 14-0. Winston-Salem Prep. Chesney up big on RS Central, 41-13. Polk County, like I said, they're losing in the Landrum. South Carolina's taking care of business tonight. Dennis against our local teams. We haven't had much of a chance tonight. Let's see. Owen was up 6-0 on East Henderson. Pisgah blowout Hazel 32-7. Mount Airy was up 21-0 on Ashe County before that. We're going to talk to some of our broadcasters and stuff in a little bit. We're still waiting on our radio games to get over with, folks. Shelby broadcast, Cherryville broadcast, and more. Shelby's in the post game.
Mm-hmm. I just heard Brent. So.
That's what I was waiting on to see if I could hear a final score. 51-21, I think is what he said. So Shelby. Did he say 51-21, Will? All right, he didn't hear. I think that's what, unless Shelby's either got 51 or 61. Either way, they win by a lot. So we're going to go with that. I did think Olympic would. I thought it'd be a lot closer. Shelby pulled away. It was a close game for most of it.
I was listening to it on the way over
Second
here.
half, boom.
Yeah, Brent was talking about at one point. I mean, early in the third quarter, it was 21-14. I mean, it was still a ball game, and then Shelby just scored, I think, at least 18 consecutive points, something like that.
Whereas, let's see.
We're not losing no more.
I think they might have heard us talking in the pregame saying that if things don't go right, Shelby and Crest combined could be a combined 1-7 tonight. They were going to make sure that didn't happen.
Yeah,
That's
so
Shelby and Burns.
Oh, I'm sorry. I saw it's Shelby and Crest. My fault.
they're 3-5 now combined on the season.
Sir,
That's I'm new
you
here.
can never, ever,
Before these two go
ever get Chris and Burns confused.
I'm new here.
Chip, yes, you can. Because if you go to the schools,
They look
exactly the same.
They not.
I've been.
One school's got yellow stripes, and the other school's got yellow stripes, and the other's got green.
That dude,
and the other's
I
got
got
blue.
confused. When I go down to Falston, when I'm on 18 and turn left in Falston and go down, I feel like I'm coming down.
Old Bowling Springs.
Yes, Old Bowling Springs Road that way.
You're not. You can never feel like
throwing me off there for a second. I was like,
You never
I'm in the
feel like
northern
that
side of the
coming down
county. What's going on?
Stagecoach Road.
Yeah.
There is no way you feel like you're coming down Stagecoach Road, coming down Old Bowling Springs Road.
But if you went inside, you'd find out we had a math hall. They don't.
No comment.
So,
I've got family that lives up in Falston. I got to be careful.
what was Crest's record last year in Cleveland County?
I don't know. I know we went to the third round.
That's the important part.
Yeah, I'm just checking.
How many state
Just
championships do Chris have?
6.
Okay.
Any since the 90s?
How many does Burn have? 1.
Yes. A lot since
How many is Kings Mountain got? Okay, I'll be quiet.
Listen, Dennis, every day when I pull into Kings Mountain, go into town to get something, I pass a sign and it says home of the state 3A softball champions, Kings Mountain Mountaineers.
Yes.
So
I thought that said home of
there's the answer to your question.
Let me fix that. It took a Chris girl to do that. Their state championship was done by Miss Grayson.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Long time.
Chip, what you can't do is ask either one of them two a question about anything. I could say, Chip, how did Ashbrook and East Gaston look tonight? And you know what the answer would be? Well, 4 weeks ago against Crest in 1997.
Hey, Ashbrook's always played Crest tough. They've always got beat, but they played tough.
JP, has Cherville joined us yet? I don't know. I'm doubting he knows. What is Cherville's broadcast over with yet? He said, which one is that? Yeah, Cherville's back there. Are they over with? He doesn't know. All right, anyway, I'm sorry I asked. I knew it was a mistake when I said JP.
Does it sound like Danny Aker?
He might not even know if it's been switched, but that's all right. Like I said, do what? Shelby did not play Cherville.
North Gaston.
That means the Cherville broadcast is over. It's on Shelby. So listen for that. And when he's done, I'll be in there in a second. I'll tell you what to do. I'm going to let Chip and Will and them go over to the scores that we do have right now. I'm going to see if I got any more.
I see a lot more blacks on here than I.
Well, Will, what happens when you hang out in your neighborhood instead of mine? But other than that.
We're all speechless at this
Will.
point.
I love you, Will.
You know what? I'm not even going to touch that.
So, those are final scores that Will was talking about, right?
Exactly.
The Reds
what
are-
I was talking about is the black scores on the board. The black
red.
numbers mean that they are a finished game.
And what
Those
does the
are a
red mean?
final number. The red is the numbers that we have so far because we haven't heard the final numbers of the game coming.
Should we put a legend on there?
Yes.
Is that what you would call it?
A key.
Just put a picture of me and Will. We're legends.
Oh,
We'll
goodness.
put red there.
Here it goes.
I was just wondering if I should write that on.
Kevin, I'm running out of room. The heads are getting awful
on
big.
the
I'm running
screen.
out of room here.
You are pretty, You're right, sir. I had to give it to you again. You are right. We
Well,
are.
all I can say, Will, is you had a good teacher.
I did.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I'll let y'all go through the scores. I'm gonna walk JP through whatever he has. Chip do the left, Dennis the middle, and Will the right side, if you don't mind.
We can
got
handle that.
I think we got it. I was starting here on the left. And as a final, because it's in black, Burns Bulldogs.
Catches on quick.
I'm a quick learner. Burns Bulldogs defeat Alexander Central 50-7. We have not confirmed a final, but North Gaston leads Cherryville 49-7. Final Shelby 51, Olympic 21. Not final, drawn 28, Chase 19. North Lincoln defeats East Rutherford 56-21. East Gaston.
That Chase game is in. I think they're still in the third quarter.
They had a lightning delay.
Lightning.
Yes, sir. Let me see if I've actually gotten okay, excuse me. Update. Ooh, this is getting exciting. Update from Paul Foster with 3 minutes to go. Drawn leads Chase 28-25.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay, you go, Paul.
We have made this. We have made it a ball game here.
We may have to switch over to Paul in that game.
That's getting pretty doggone
What'd you
good
say it
right
was?
there.
And Chase has the ball. So
20-25,
less than
Chase
3
has
minutes
the
to
ball.
go. Drawn leads Chase 28-25. Chase has possession.
A field goal would tie that one up.
Yes, sir.
Let's go over to that.
Let's have an opportunity. Let's see if they can put together a nice drive and find a way to, if not tie, win this football game. They're asking their workhorse out of the backfield to go again. The handoff to Zion Murray, just a short gain, if anything. And also we see a BAM LLC penalty flag. Not good. It's a hold against the offense.
Yeah, that's what they cannot have here, and you know that's a drive killer. Instead of a second, it looks like about 6 or 7 yards. Now it's going to be 1st and 20 here. First and see what they actually going to mark here. 1st and 20 now for Chase.
Yeah, this one hurts because, like you said, it was the big penalty, which means you just lost 10 yards. You go back to the 22. You've got to get to the 42 for the first down.
Yeah, here comes the big plastic play by Chase. It's what they want to do.
Couple receivers to the near side, 2 to the far side, and McSwain throws it out in the flat, and just on the short catch, he's got it, then driven out of bounds quickly. A short gain just across the 32, Jahari Mosley.
Yeah, right now Drones is trying to keep everything in front of him. Chase is going to take what they give him now, but that was a good 9-yard pickup. 2nd and 11 now for the Trojans. They know they have 4 downs to work with. They cannot afford to punt the ball back to Drones. No use to panicking now in this situation to Chase coaching staff.
And everybody's got to be careful on offense. You've got to hang on to that football. Rolling out of the pocket. Quarterback looking. Still in the backfield. McSwain gets away from being tackled. Lets it fly along the sideline, and he's hit a receiver on the far side of the field, and they may have the ball at about the 50-yard line.
It looks like it's number 4, Devin Mosley, there on the reception there for Chase. However, there's a BAM LLC penalty down on the field. Let's see what the call is going to be. This would be huge if it's against the Trojans.
I think it's going to happen again. This is rough, folks.
The Nails will man downfield from the Trojans. It will be coming back. And, oh, my goodness. 2 big calls right here in this last drive of the game for the Trojans. I know their coaching staff is not happy with that. But the reason that the Nails will man down the field, it took so long to develop there. One of the guys from the lineman just slipped down the field just a little bit, and that's what happens sometimes. So we got to forget about it. If you Chase, get back on the horse right now, and let's see if you can put something down the field and pick up this first down.
It's a bad time for these big penalties to be happening because now you are backed up again. You've only got 2:26 to work with. Chase goes to a pass right at the line of scrimmage. That's not going to go for many yards. Zach Frazier on the catch, but no gain on the play.
Yeah, now it's going to bring up, looks like 3rd and about 15. Looks like Chase may take a timeout here. Timeout on the field to see what it's going to be. Timeout Chase. They understand how important these last 3rd and 4th down is going to be right here with 2 minutes and 14 seconds left on the game clock. Need to try to call some good plays and push the ball down the field and get some momentum going your way.
Well,
All right, folks. So exactly what just happened there, Chip?
apparently we cursed them because they were Jason made a ball game of it until we tuned in, and then they had two straight. They had a holding penalty, and then had an ineligible completed pass, but the pass was called back due to an ineligible receiver. So just couldn't have had much worse penalties, much worse time for Chase there. So we'll see if they can overcome those.
Doesn't look like Chase had a field goal kicker either, because it was 19-20.
It was 28-25, 19, and they scored 6.
Yes.
Yeah, we're on the internet, not the. Yeah, we're live right now. You want to be on?
You want to be on?
Come on, cameo.
He says he don't want to be, but
there he is. Yeah. Y'all give Andre a big old
He's backing up.
Yeah, you have to forgive him.
I had a hard time seeing him.
He got on that Temple Bay hat.
He was blending in with that camo. I couldn't see him very well.
that's the last thing we had. You got something else? Carolina Bearcats. Is JP sending it to us right now?
JP, you sending it to us?
I guess he is. I told him I'd catch up. Hold on. We'll get on it. Hold on.
Hey, JP.
Don't worry about it. I got it.
'Cause I am one of the reasons you do what you do when you want to be me instead of you. 'Cause I am still on beat, showing love to the streets. Come on, you know me, 'cause that's who I am.
Hi, and welcome to the CSI Mechanical of Shelby post-game show with Kevin, Dennis.
Remembered my name.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're getting these right.
Will, and you have to forgive me, but I
Just
do
call
not,
me the new guy.
the
It's
new
all
guy.
That's right.
Kevin, Dennis, Will, the new guy, and JP.
Yeah.
JP.
Andre, he forgot Dennis.
Don't forget Andre.
And Andre,
forgot
well,
who
Andre's
Dennis was
never on
earlier.
camera. Andre's camera shy, so we're going
He
to...
forgot who
JP,
Dennis
you
was.
didn't even
He looked that
do
way.
the right introduction.
Okay. We got the Reverend Dennis Davis. We got the
Deacon
Will Boykins. We got the youth pastor, Kevin Hastings. We got the new guy in the pews. We got Andre, another new guy. And then we got JP running the music in here.
Andre said he's been here longer than you.
I know, but hey, he's never on camera.
Hey,
What do you want me to do?
hey, JP. Hey, I'm Catholic, so you can call me the priest. Okay.
Okay, we got a priest in the pews.
Or the Pope, either one. All right.
Pope, whatever. The Pope is visiting.
That's right.
I just want to apologize to everybody out there listening and watching.
I'm an embarrassment to this radio station sometimes.
You brought dinner.
I brought dinner, yeah. I went and
good
got
Whoa,
dinner.
whoa. Back up here. You brought what?
I brought dinner.
Where's that?
Oh, we didn't get you any dinner.
Oh, okay. New guy doesn't get it. I haven't earned it yet.
You came way too late for dinner.
Yeah, that's on the early show.
Okay.
By the time you
That's on the
leave,
pregame
left,
show.
I got you. Okay, understood.
we
I
got it.
wondered why I showed up for the pregame show.
Well, folks, listen on the radio. We've been doing a lot of the post-game show already online on KTCBroadcasting.com YouTube channel. You can watch the YouTube show every Friday night here, KTC Broadcasting. CSI Mechanical brought to you. We'll be here about 11:45 tonight, giving you scores and highlights. And first, we're going to talk to David Potter here in just a few minutes. After we've actually talked to Chip a little bit about it, and he's going to give us a little bit of call and talk about this North Lincoln outfit and how they're going, and preview next week's big game with East Lincoln and Hickory on the Lincoln County Game of the Week. So we'll be excited about that. So we're going to talk to David here in just a little bit. The final score at Cherville is a final, 55-7. North Gaston beats the Ironman. Excuse me for a second.
We got him choked up.
About coughed into my drink.
We got him choked
Trying
up.
to clear it up. I was like,
He
I got
spoke
a
into
cough. Then I got to suck on some ice. Then I about did it all.
But he spoke into his cup.
If you're on the radio, whatever noise that would have made might have made you wreck.
Lord help us.
Meanwhile, back at the broadcast.
Yeah, North Gaston with the win, 55-7 over Cherville. Let's go back real quick and listen in on that Chase broadcast.
Okay. Cut my mic off.
Maybe. Let's see. I got to hit the computer button there for me.
Again, making line.
Yeah, you talk about Zach Frazier. Zach Frazier's a ball player. We saw him last year do some good things, but this year he's really stepped up. He plays both ways for Chase. He's missed one that was really in his grasp earlier tonight, but that play right there, there's nothing to be down on that play. He almost had it in his fingertips. The defender was there, almost made an excellent play. But Zach Frazier, for Chase, he's a great ball player, and he'll have other opportunities, you mentioned, Paul, to do great things for the Trojans.
I truly believe he will. He is a junior. You are listening to WAGI's coverage of Rutherford County High School football, what we call the Friendship Family Dealerships game of the week. They are supporting Rutherford County football, and you need to support them when it comes to your next vehicle. Friendship in Forest City, providing Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram with a separate Nissan dealership with new and used vehicles. You're going to love their staff, good people that are going to make sure you get that next vehicle you want.
Book a
The
work
Friendship
trip, earn
Dealership
working cash,
of
shake some
Rutherford
hands.
County.
Do not forget to laugh. Book a getaway from work trip.
I'll
Use
quickly
One Key
say
Cash.
this because
Order
it's one of
some
those
sides.
things we just
Do
won't
not
have time to
disturb.
really get into in
Join
our
One Key
quick
to
post
earn
game
miles
tonight.
rewards.
And I think if Chase does end up
Can't check
losing
it.
this game
Can't check
tonight,
a
I think
score.
this is one of those games that you played so hard and had your chances that you take from this and you build on it to be a better team in the weeks to come.
Yeah, nothing to hang your head about for your Chase. They played a tremendous ball game, being able to come back in the second half and made it to the game that it is there here. And let's see what happens.
Quarterback keeper by Tillery, good job. The defense, and who was it? Zach Frazier from behind on the tackle.
And that's one thing you like to see as a coaching staff. There's no quit. There's a minute and 27 seconds left in this ball game, and they continue to fight. And the player who just had the ball in his fingertips made a tackle right there. And, kudos to the Chase coaching staff. They got a great bunch of young players.
Timeout. Chase burns another one. They may have one left. We'll be back with the conclusion of the minute 27 left. Drone 28 and Chase 25 on.
So, folks, you're listening there to the end of that game. I guess Chase has got unlimited timeouts. He did. Coach Cockrell did save him here to the end, so doing a good job there. We're going to send it right back out there in just a minute, folks. Got some other final scores. Avery County wins 23-22 over McDowell. Pisgah 32-7 over Hayesville.
That was a good game.
40-10. West Henderson over Irwin. Chip lost that one.
It hurts.
North Gaston again, final 55-7. Shelby, 51-21 over Olympic. I got Murphy 49-27 is the final of that one. So they scored even more points in the second half. So big time win there for the Murphy Bulldogs over the Smoky Mountain Mustangs. We see Smoky Mountain quite often in the playoffs around here, and it seems like about every sport. It seems. JP, is that David yet? Not yet. Still waiting on there. He said he's trying to call and you're not answering.
I do.
I just heard it ring, JP,
I just
from
heard
here.
the ring.
Is that what that was?
Literally just heard the phone ring.
Oh, he was turning the ringer up, he said. I was like, I literally just heard it ring. Oh, goodness.
JP said, listen,
21-7.
I got this in the control room. Y'all handle that.
Yeah, y'all just shut up in there, right? 21-7 Wilkes Central over East Wilkes. The Eagles over the Cardinals. We're like I said, we'll talk to David here in just a minute. He's been covering Lincoln County this year. The whole county had the night off except for North, and they won 56-21 tonight. Bessemer City won 37-16.
It's a lot of games off today.
Yes, ton of people. Like pretty much half our area is off. Will, if I pulled
half
up
of Cleveland County was off tonight.
Yeah, 2 Cleveland. Let's see, Statesville off, East Burke off, North Iredale, Hunter Huss, Forest View, Newton, Conover, West Caldwell, Lincoln, Kramer, and Fred T. Ford, West Lincoln, Crest, Kings Mountain, and East Lincoln. So there's you. Of our top 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14 of the 40 teams were off that we covered. Is David there now, JP? David Potter on the line, calling from Lincoln County, where the North Lincoln Knights won tonight 56-21, going away against the Cavaliers from Rutherford County. And David, we've got Chip here, and he's kind of explained a little bit of it, talking about the Knights tonight. Pretty good game tonight overall. What's the yardage situation to get 56 points? Did they pile them up tonight on the ground? Wow. So I saw the subs got in the game second half. You moved along pretty quick. You're one of the first games over tonight. Who's your MVPs of the night for the North Lincoln Knights? Well, David, they're 1 point or 2 points away from being undefeated on the season. They lost a 1 point game, 21-20 to West, and won 21-20 over Lincoln. So could be either way, but a big win tonight. Who's North Lincoln got next week off the top of your head? Do you know? I'll pull that up in just a second. I was just curious. Yes, North Lincoln at Statesville on the 15th, it says. So next week the Knights will be at the Greyhounds. Yes. Yeah. A lot of times these teams like to put the big rivalry game at the end and the best game at the end. But when you change the conferences, sometimes you can't do that like that. But Hickory and East Lincoln, the winner is going to try to cruise out for I guess conference championship. That'd be a good game next week up there on the AstroTurf with Hickory and East. Then we got East hosting Statesville the next week. Bandy's at Lincoln, tentatively 4 to East Burke at Lincoln, and then we'll finish up the season 2 games at North with West Iredale and East Lincoln on the schedule. David, thank you for the broadcast and everything you do. And any other final thoughts or news you want to let us know or anything?
Mm-hmm. This is Chip, and I was down on the field filming and posting for the Twitter account, and I was surprised at. I thought East Rutherford would have a little more success establishing the run early, and it just didn't seem like they could get a few yards here and there. But they just early on they couldn't convert consistently, sustain drives, and they couldn't convert into first downs, and it just it bit them in the first quarter. They just fell behind, and they were able to get on the board in the early in the second quarter. But I mean that was sandwiched between two North Lincoln touchdowns in the second quarter when things went kind of crazy there at the beginning of the second. They definitely look like and I think I heard North Lincoln's coach talking to his players after the game, and I think Coach Russ from East Rutherford mentioned this to North Lincoln's coaching staff at the end of the game, that they do, and Kevin mentioned it, they were 2 points away from being undefeated. They are, from all the teams I've watched so far, the early part of this season, they are easily the most disciplined team I've watched. I told the guys here in the studio, I think they scored every possession in the first half. And did they have a penalty at all? I don't, if they had one or two penalties, I don't think they had that many. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's very yeah. They just hit sustained drives, and it's just nothing. Whatever East Rutherford tried to do offensively, they couldn't do consistently. Couldn't get any momentum. Couldn't get it going. And North Lincoln had all the momentum. Everything was just working for them. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I was about to say he not only fooled the defense, he fooled his own receiver because they ended up in the same spot. Mm-hmm. I was amazed Blake held on to the ball. Yeah, I was amazed Blake held on to the ball because I mean they basically played defense against each other. Oh yeah, yes sir, it was
hit of the night. Absolutely, it's between that and the Cherryville North Gaston game. We got to go over those. The wide receiver for East, absolutely made the slot wide receiver for East had the hit of the night on his own guy. Well, David, I want to thank you, and as always, you guys did a great job, and we're going to talk to more here on KTC Broadcasting. Thanks for giving us the call. All right, JP, give me 1 second. Y'all read some more scores real quick, and I got to check on something.
All right, so where we at on the left?
Left, middle, right.
Okay, I'll start. I guess it would be easiest for him. I'm directionally challenged. I need all the help I can get. Final scores. I'll run down these real quick on the left. Burns defeated Alexandria Central 50-7. North Gaston defeated Cherryville 55-7. Shelby beat Olympic 51-21. We have not confirmed a final on this, but currently what we've got drawn up on Chase 28-25. Final score: North Lincoln 56, East Rutherford 21, East Gaston 27, Blanks Ashbrook. Landrum 47, Polk 21. We don't have any information on Mount Heritage versus Hendersonville. Chesney defeats RS Central 41-13. Brevard blanks North Buncombe 48-0. Freedom defeats Patton 56-6. Avery slips by McDowell 23-22.
All right, over here in the middle, Bessemer City Yellow Jackets defeated the Union County Cardinals tonight, 37-16. It was the Greenville Wildcats and Thomas Jefferson, and we don't have a final on that yet. The last we had was 22-14. In the Winston-Salem Prep versus Highland Tech, Winston-Salem Prep 41, Highland Tech 8. Pine Lake Prep versus Lake Norman Charter, Lake Norman Charter 13, Pine Lake Prep 8. Forest Hills over Community School of Davidson tonight, 21-14. And it was Mountain Island Raptors tonight, 42. South Lake Christian Eagles, 13. It was Swain County Maroon Devils losing tonight. Okay, he's got that one.
Oh, wow. Swain beat Tuscola. Huh.
Okay, so Swain beats Tuscola 30-26. It's Smoky Mountain losing to Murphy tonight, 49-27. Owen and East Henderson, do we have a final on that? No, it's last score we had was 6-0. Pisgah and Hayesville tonight. Pisgah 32, Hayesville 7. Irwin versus West Henderson. West Henderson 40, Irwin 10. And in a knuckle buster tonight, Watauga Pioneers 36, the AC Reynolds Rockets 35.
I got a final. Owen Warhorses 26-6 over the East Henderson Eagles. All right, Will, you got the right side.
All right, it was the South Point Red Raiders over High Brighton Panthers 20-7. It was Bunker Hill Bears over Hickory Hawks 45-6. Hickory Red Tornadoes 35 over Cox Mill 35-15. West Iredell Warriors 21. West Wilkes Blackhawks 7. It was Maiden Blue Devils over St. Stephen's 50-19. Bandies over South Caldwell 45-14. How many points have South Caldwell scored this year?
I'll look that up. Give me a second.
It was Mount Airy. Well, what we have for Mount Airy and Ashe County is Mount Airy 21, Ashe County 0. Not yet. We don't have the final. I'm pretty sure that game's over with. We just don't have the final.
South Caldwell, Will, you hater, is 3-1. They scored 164 points. Hater. But they got beat by the Bandies 45-14. They were undefeated until they ran into the Trojans. Go ahead.
Robinsonville Black Knights won 35-7 over Allegheny Trojans. Don't have a score for Ceres Central and Eka. Is that Elkin?
Elkin, Bucking,
the Bucking Elks.
Be careful how you say that.
Yeah.
Bucking
Fair.
Elkin. Witt Central 21, East Wilkes 7, Starmount 62, North Wilkes 12, and East Series 64, South Stokes 48.
Some big scores. A lot of points.
That's a lot. It's 100 and something points scored in that game. It's a lot of points.
I don't think anybody tackled anybody tonight. Is that what y'all guys are saying? Let's see. The drone chase. Wonder if, did we ever get a final? Play music.
That must be done.
Chip, text Paul and ask him final score and tell us. Go ahead and call us. Why is that? You got someone online right now, JP? Go ahead and text Paul, see if he'll give us a call whenever he can. He might be driving. He might want to wait till he's home or Jonathan might.
Hey, Tom, give us a call. It's been a couple of weeks since we talked to you.
Well, Tom comes in on Saturday morning, so he likes to.
He's in transit
to go
from Alexander Central.
So we don't.
He likes to
don't like to talk. to Tom no more. So he's done got too good to talk to the post game show because he comes in on Saturday morning.
Look, coming in here.
Basically, we got Steve Degree. We're going to him going here in just a minute. I got to take a break. We're way behind on those. All right, folks, we're going to round up some scores, and we're going to talk some Shelby football in a minute. Steve Degree's in the house. They beat Olympic tonight, 51-21 at home on KTCBroadcasting.com.
Full amount. Yes, sir. No, I'm not the usher. Yeah.
JP, it's all right, man. Hey, we keep adding people, man. Blame it on me this week, all right? That's right. Yeah, blame Chip the Priest.
Let's see if I can. All right, Steve. Let's see if this is the mic. I don't know which mic I got plugged in. Talk for a sec. See if we got you.
How you doing, fellas?
Do y'all hear him?
I hear him.
We can hear you,
Yes,
Steve.
sir.
So Steve is in the house. Let me turn him up a little bit. Steve, put that mic a little bit to your mouth, a little bit. And welcome to the big show, Steve. Big win tonight. The Shelby Golden Lions. Much needed win, right? And you take out Olympic at home. 51-21 is much closer game than that very early on. And up until halftime and stuff, Steve. So tell us a little bit about like how you guys pulled away there in the second half.
Well, actually, we deferred the ball. We wanted to toss and we wanted to play defense first. And our guys did a great job in and out on. Isaiah scored first on that long pass play to get us started, and then they came back and we just took control over the ball. They went for it a couple of times on fourth down and didn't make it. And we just controlled the game. And at halftime, Coach Will Banks said, if we come out and score, probably would break their back. And we came out. First series got a field goal, gentlemen. We was down at the goal line. We got a field goal. And then on the ensuing kickoff, they fumbled. And we got the ball right back. And we scored again. By that time, that broke their back. And they could throw the ball, but they was primarily running ball. That number 24. He was a pretty good running back. But that was a 4A school that we played. And I guess it's up to the task. A lot of talking and going on. But I'm just so glad that we finally got a win. That'll do a lot for the kids' morale because they worked so hard with the little kids we got. A lot of our kids have to go both ways. This year we never had that before, and it's got a chance to put some younger guys in there tonight to play too. So, and I was real proud of the way Drew played. Coach Drew played hard anyway, whether it's offensive, defense, or whatever Drew do. He plays real hard, and we do have some stuff to work on our secondary. So I know Coach Raper, he'll get that squared away. Him and Van got two great coaches, defensive back coach Van Eskridge and Coach Larry Raper. They're our defensive back coach. Both are Golden Lions. So they'll get it situated. We're running in the guys and out, but I'm just glad we got a win and start building. So we start conference next week. So.
You say Van and Coach Raper, boy. I remember when they was playing in my league, I was coaching right there on the same field with them. So,
East Carolina and Winston-Salem State?
He went to A&T.
A&T. Okay,
yes.
I knew it was
yes.
right there in that area.
They're two great young men. They put a lot of energy in our program, as well as the other coaches. Most of all our coaches have played college football, and we got a couple of them played pro ball. Coach Collins played for the 49ers, and I think he also maybe played for the Ravens, Baltimore Ravens, as a receiver. Dotson Collins, he's our receiver coach, and I tell you, by me being out there with them guys, I'm like a kid in a candy store. I really enjoy being there, and I hope they enjoy me being there. But our kids were just super duper tonight, so my hats off to the young man.
How's 77 playing? Because I know he's used to just playing. He's used to just playing on the defense side of the ball. But they've been using him a lot in offense this year, and he's. I've been watching him. He's held up for pretty much for the first three, and if they give him a break, a couple of 2 or 3 plays in the fourth, he comes out of the fourth and plays hard too.
Well, sometimes we try if we can, we try not to play him both ways.
And is CJ back?
And no, CJ is gonna be out for the year. We lost our tackle last week, number 55. Great kid, 3-year start at Shelby High, and that's a heck of a way to go out your senior year. And he's gonna be lost. Maybe I think he'll get surgery Tuesday. Maybe he can come back if we make the playoffs. So pray for that young man. Great young man.
CJ is an awesome young man. He played ball for me.
Right, and also we got Landon Williams, a center, who's never really played much. So he's getting a taste of the real action. because that way we don't have to play Big Baby both ways. So we let Landon play center, number 71, and just save him for defense. And like we have number 52. Sometimes he's have to play both ways. And Kevin Ramsey, most of the time he don't never come off the field.
He don't never come
off the field. So
rats off the little cuz Kevin. He does an awesome job out there.
yes, he does.
Awesome
So
It's
Kevin was trying to get him to try to jump a ball earlier on the video. He was trying to get him to jump a pass, but I think he did the right thing.
He made the right decision.
Yeah.
I'm saying, you win by 30, I might jump that one. It was a close. It was a close game when he didn't show. You know, he made the play in the backfield, and it just he took a beat on it, and then he thought for a second. You see that little foot just kind of wiggle a little bit. He just thought, and then he made the tackle. Did a good job. But I was like, oh, he could make it. That's just a DB's dream. Is when that quarterback steps back and comes right to your receiver, like, I got a real good chance to pick this one off and walk in the end zone if I cut it right. If not, like you said, I better make the tackle because there ain't nobody else out here.
and another young man, give a hat off to Christian Tate,
Yeah.
21. That one play, like it shot him out of cannon. I mean, he
went 60 on 60
gone. He got ghost. I told the kids on sideline he got ghost. I mean, he was gone. Runs hard, and also we had a young man, a sophomore, Jalen Tate, number 12. I hope we got that on the highlight. Oh man,
I'm gonna pull him up for you here, Steve.
That was a great run. I think he might have broke his nose on that play, but it was a great run. Just a great effort. And I don't want to talk all night, but I'm just glad those kids got a win.
Yeah.
If you notice, when we get a win, it's always a team that's a higher up than us. So, you know, like
when you bring them back, you know, that's why they play the big teams in
Right,
front.
right.
They take these
Right.
lumps. Because they got to have that competition in the beginning because the back end of their schedule is not going to change. So they got to have that competition.
Yeah, the only challenge you guys have down the road is the playoffs.
Yeah. So this sets you up for your conference play. I hope you're going in with a lot of confidence.
right, we got Burns last though. So
All right, Steve, he hit Holyfield here for the score. Was that who he was throwing it to? Was he throwing the Falls, or what happened here?
I
Do you
don't
remember?
if you run it back, I don't really know what happened on this.
It's a crossing battle.
Yeah, he stepped up in the middle and went right over Falls' hand.
Yes.
And I don't know if he was tipped. Holyfield caught it and scored.
Yeah, he was throwing it to number 9.
I was about to say.
So he was throwing the underneath pattern.
Right,
Not tipped
right,
back.
right.
Okay.
That's right, being in the right place at the right time.
So great play.
It looked a little high for
So
number
high.
9.
Well, it sure looked like he was trying to hit the guy.
You notice
Because
he stepped up in the
It
pocket.
looked like he was trying to hit 5.
Right.
yeah, I mean,
15.
because look, it
No, hit
hits him
number
right.
9.
I mean,
Hit number 9.
He did touch it.
Yes.
I don't think he's supposed to though.
yeah, it looks because it goes right into his chest. I mean, it's
Yeah, I don't think
he's in
supposed to touch
stride
that.
and everything.
And watch the great block by
Yes, sir.
block,
Not
no
get an
block,
assist
number
for
6.
I got to get something. Then Holyfield up the middle
Yes.
on the Wildcat keeper. And then how about the receiver? This is the play we were talking about.
Oh, great anticipation.
That was actually Tate. I mean, that was when that was McGill.
That the one you wanted him to jump, Kevin?
Yeah, right here.
He's like, oh,
Yeah.
he had help. He should have.
He would have been close. He might have been able to knock the pass.
I like the decision right here.
Yeah. 3 would have finished it.
I was about to say you got 352 right there.
I like
Yeah.
the decision right there. I like the young man's decision.
That's
right
just.
there.
I'm just saying that's just one of the ones when you're a DB, you're going to go back and film like.
And one
If my feet are quicker, I might have a chance on that one next
and
time.
at the end of the game, they had the ball on the 1 yard line, and when they walked the quarterback up, we know they're going to quarterback sneak it. So our guys jumped.
There it is.
There, look at that.
Great
look at that
run.
spin. Look at that.
So how did he break his nose, Steve?
No, it was number
Got
12.
Number 12.
On the goalpost?
No, not him. It was number 12. He ran over about 12 of their guys.
So handoff here to.
He's untouched.
See,
Nobody
nobody touches him.
He got untouched.
Yeah.
66 yards.
He goes right up,
60 yards. Excuse me.
right past the
60
center.
yards,
Nobody touches.
untouched.
Well,
We call that play Tampa Red.
Well, you should probably call it more.
Wait a minute, let me see.
That's a credit. Hey,
if you know it's something like the counter tray, we're gonna pull our back. We're gonna pull our backside. The old Washington counter
so
tray.
the snaps on the 40.
Right.
And so the defense, y'all were talking about, he
So
wasn't touched.
We pulled our backside. We pulled our two backside.
5, 10,
That's giant.
15 yards between the hashes.
yeah.
And he wasn't touched.
I mean,
That's for 15 yards.
Coach, that's a credit to your O-line right there too. Because I mean, that's
they're my boys.
They made that play for him right there.
Kick out.
Yeah, well, he's and then just explodes out of that.
Here.
59. See, 59 kicks out, and 60 leads through the hole.
I see the leader right there.
I'm gonna tell you what the key to this play might have been was your receiver number 6 right here hitting this defensive end right before the handoff. Watch this side. He comes across. Fullback, boom, right there. The defensive end may have had a chance to make a play right here.
That's Holyfield. Of course.
So he made a good.
So we had a 2-back set. Yeah, we had a 2 set. So he's supposed to kick the end out.
Yeah, he did.
So he kicks the end out because the tackle left.
Yeah.
So
they pulled, so he had to pull in that spot.
Right.
Great job right there keeping that guy off there and allowing that.
That's being where you're supposed to be at.
All right, field goal. Lopez.
Yeah.
This is a 33-yarder.
Yeah, Jose.
Good little kick there. How about Shelby going up 37-14 on this play?
It's Christian Tate again. Same play to the other side, guys.
He's not that big of a fella there.
No, little thing. Tough.
Yeah. He gone. He about looks pop water. Looks like Kyler Murray running around out there in the NFL. Is he 5'5"? He's shorter than me, so. And I went to the doctor today, asked him how tall I was. I told him short. So he's shorter than me. How about another run for him? How many touchdowns do you have?
Maybe 2 or 3.
There's 3 right now so far. There's that same run up the middle this time. He wasn't 10 yards this time.
Probably the same play. No, we went the other way. Went the other way.
Yeah, Holyfield was on the left.
I think, yeah.
Not there to block.
He's out there dancing.
Yeah, he danced.
He didn't even go nowhere. He's like, I'm just staying here and dance.
And that's the play. That was the busted play where he threw.
This made it 51-14.
They call that play back. I think they call this one back.
That was called back?
I think that play was called back.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, Olympic scoring right here. How about them wide receivers, Steve? They're pretty big.
For the other team,
Brent was talking about.
Yeah, they pretty tall. Number 10, number 15.
He said it's like 6'3".
Mm-hmm.
So they're taller than Tristan.
That's 12. I think
there you go.
This is Jalen Tate.
It's Jalen Tate. Let me see if we got that run. Boom, boom.
Ooh, ooh, get off me.
Boom. That's the run right there, fellas.
Great run. He run over a couple of people.
Oh, gracious.
He's only a sophomore.
That's a Christian Okoye right there. That's that Coco Okoye run right there.
He's only a sophomore.
That's when the DBs, you walk up there and you got to tell your linebackers,
yeah.
Y'all got to slow that train down. Y'all got to slow that train down just a little bit.
He bounces off and runs that one over.
Yeah, right.
That's the Shelby High School beast mode right there.
And Palomalo was trying to tackle him.
Yeah, that's right.
So Will, watch the kid here, number 2, that gets run over at the end. He ends up sitting up like the Undertaker. He gets run over and lays down and watch him. Keep watching him. Watch him.
Boom.
He said, what just hit me?
Only thing that missed is the lights going out in the stadium.
And he's rethinking, like, what happened right there? He sits up. And his teammate comes to help him. Man, I don't want to get up right now. That's the ones where you talk to your linebackers and linemen. You're like, look, guys, I don't mind making a tackle. Y'all got to slow him down a little bit. I'm not trying to get killed.
You got to kill that momentum a little bit. Now.
I was surprised to be big. They are offensive line are huge. The big number 75 for them. He's maybe 6'5", big kid.
We'll
But
pull up
they just to me they wasn't that aggressive. And then that 4A league,
never free and smoking. Yo.
and then that 4A conference down there in Charlotte, I don't see them doing too much.
Which one they in? With,
Metro 4A something?
Metro 4, yeah.
I think so.
Here's some of the guys on Olympics roster. Number 8 was 6'4", 245, defensive lineman, offensive lineman. Tight end linebacker D'Angelo Hall. We heard his name quite a bit. 6'3", 220, tight end. That's NFL size tight end. Yeah. Let's see. A couple of other ones. Justice Fields, wide receiver, number 21. Is that what you're talking about? 6'3", 165. Yeah. I'll find some of the other ones too. 6'3",
165.
Stick.
That's exactly his.
How about number 70? Is that who you just said?
75.
I see. 70 is Chandler Jenkins, 6'5", 270.
Yeah.
74 is 6'1", 360.
Gracious.
72 is 6'2", 260. 75, 6'5", 285.
And he plays guard.
Number 76.
Hey.
Number 76.
Offensive guard.
Number 76 is 6'4", 290. So I'm gonna read 5 guys in a row. I got you. And we got check out our lineman here. And from
74.
70 to 76.
74. That's not his weight. That's his area code. It's his own area code right there. Look at that.
So add them up. The 5 linemen right there. 270 plus 260s, 530 plus 360s, 890 plus 285 and 290. What we got there, Chip, on all that?
I work at a bank.
12,
I leave work at work.
And 77.
1375, is that right?
And 77 was the center.
He was 5'11", 270.
Yeah.
So the ones you've got highlighted right now.
I just highlighted 5 of them. That's about 1,300.
1464 right there.
1,400 pounds of offensive, defensive line right there.
And we don't have no one that size.
Well, good job. For the show.
That makes
Did 70? Is it 77? Did he play?
That's the center.
That was the center. 70.
Coach, that makes that running play that we were talking about and how well your offensive line was able to control the trenches just make that much more impressive.
And,
that's discipline.
If y'all guys remember, even
played tackle.
I don't
He
even.
played tackle or guard. 70.
I don't.
Lord,
both.
mercy.
Both.
At the same time.
I think they turned him sideways.
Oh my Lord!
But,
Don't you know a tight end when you see it?
yeah, okay. But if you realize though, our offensive line, even though we lost to Chris last week, offensive line done a great job last week. Some of my kids graded out real good, but when you want to run the ball and you can get it done, that's what I'm impressed with our Hawks. And we had no quarterback sacks tonight, and Land helped us out by stepping up in the pocket too and throwing some of those passes.
All right, we've got Jonathan Bland. Well, we thought we did. We have a dial.
Did we?
We had one.
Got dial tone. Jonathan Bland, I didn't know you had turned into a dial tone.
He was on there. Call back, JB. We'll get you right back on. Jonathan was up at the Chase and drone game tonight, and we're gonna go over
I hear background noise.
I just want a final score.
Back. Yeah. What? Jonathan, you got us?
My man.
Good evening, Jonathan. Big game tonight. Good game up there. Chase falls short though to drone. Chase last year.
Hey, I'm on the radio.
Your Jonathan, your final score 35-25. Is that what it was? Last we had was 28. Okay. Okay, I wanted to make sure we did get that right. Last year, Jonathan, I didn't know if you knew, Drawn lost one game by 1 point in the regular season, and Chase was undefeated last year in the regular season. So between those two teams, they'd only lost one game by 1 point in the regular season last year.
JB, this is Chip. So we talked a couple weeks ago when I was at the Chase game with you and Paul when they were playing Kramer, just how important Cade Davis was to Chase's specifically their offense. But they and at times it almost seemed like they didn't focus on him or didn't try to get him involved as much as they wanted to a couple weeks ago. But you're saying it wasn't a matter of that you don't know if it was an injury, but he only played just 1 or 2 snaps tonight. Is that correct? Mm-hmm. I think you got to look at that in a sense. You got to kind of, obviously this is a heartbreaking loss for them, but you got to hold your head up high. Arguably your best player, or one of your 2 or 3 best players, who's a key for you on both sides of the ball, was not an important aspect, was not an important part of tonight's game, and you still only lose by 3 to a pretty daunting opponent. So I think they've got, it sounds like they've got a lot that they can be proud of and something, and still things they can build on. Mm-hmm.
Jonathan, I'm looking at this pick 6 when it was 20-13. Is that the big play of the game that just changed it and Chase couldn't come back from there? I was asking you about the pick 6 play. Is that the game changing play of the game that pretty much gave Drawn the win right here? They were up 20-13 and pick 6 made it 27-13.
Did that not look bad? That looks bad.
Okay.
It looks like he tripped him.
Because it's way over here looking over yonder. See, he's following the ball. Official is.
They should have called it. Yeah, it looks bad. it's a chop because he went low on the ball.
Yeah, we started to tune in with you, JB, and actually had y'all playing here during the post-game show. We were listening in when it was really close, and Chase was trying to drive with under 3 minutes to go. And I think we cursed him because they got the first two plays we got, Chase got a holding call, and then the very next play that had a beautiful, it sounded like it was a really big completion and got called back to an ineligible receiver downfield. So, and that kind of just. Mm-hmm.
That's illegal. He dives out in front of him. That's going at his legs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, JB, thanks for giving us the call, and thanks for all you guys do. We've got, let's see, next week you've got Bessemer City and Thomas Jefferson, then Brevard and RS Central, Chase and Hendersonville. You didn't hear Hendersonville score, by the way, have you, JB? We haven't got anything on them. Okay. Thank you, JB. We were for giving us a call, and we'll talk to you later, bro.
Thanks, JB.
Thank you,
Yes, sir.
Jonathan Bland. Paul Foster on Waggy 107.5, Rutherford County game of the week. And we're sitting here watching these highlights, and JB's listening. I don't know if he is, but Will's trying to point out something here on the broadcast. And I'm looking at this. Is this what you're pointing at? The Superman block right here?
Yeah, so he just jumps out in front of him. He goes at his legs. That's a chop. It should have been called a chop because he lays out in front of his leg.
I don't know the definition on that one.
That is their starting third baseman, and he just got confused and was going for the slide, and he's still in second. All right, that's all.
No, sir, wrong sport.
So for the folks watching at home, watch 4 in white. He's going to get blocked. I can't tell who blocks him, but he does. You can see him right now coming Superman through there with his back to the block.
Did you not see that banana peel he slipped on right there?
Hey, you know what that is, Will? That's a legal block. Besides this blocking the back on 3, getting it right here.
Yeah, you can't. When you're running down the field, you can't block him below the waist. So he dives at his legs to block him. See, that's a cut block. It's a cut block.
Hold on, Steve. I got to turn you back on. Sorry. Go ahead, Steve.
That is an illegal block. That's a South Point
I mean,
block.
it was wide open. So.
He for the Pigsville on the radio, he dove and blocked him with his back. Blocked his knees with his back. Is that what we're saying?
Right.
Don't let South Point see that, Steve.
That's a South Point. He must have went to South Point last
what's funny
year.
is he dove like he said, he dove like a third baseman trying to catch a ball down the line, and makes contact here. I will tell you a quick funny one. I threw a pick in a JV game against Maiden, and we going down the line. Dude's going to score, right? And the other defenders are running down the field. You know, they're happy. So I got in front of one of them and just stopped immediately. And he ran right into my back. Ref threw the flag. I gotta, so they didn't get to score. They didn't get to pick 6. I ran straight over there, took the bad angle wheel. He went zoof right by me. I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. And 2 guys came by. I was like, oh. And I just stood there like a wave hitting you in the back and just go, wham. You can see it on video. It's hilarious. But I told the guy, I said, I made the play.
You can look it up on YouTube.
So that's a good thing to teach them, Steve. You quarterback throws a pick, find a running linebacker, just take it in the back.
Stop.
See, the reason I do that because he could have blown that guy's knees out.
Right.
Yeah.
It's gonna.
It's not a safe play.
It's not. It's not.
And I don't even know. I don't even know he even didn't even need to do it either to spring him. I think he was gone anyway.
He was gone anyway. So you teach kids, if you can see the back of that guy's helmet, don't block him.
Mm-hmm.
Let him go. Sometimes the best block is a no block.
This is funny. I don't care what anybody.
You can look it
I'd
up.
love to see a really good angle of this.
Yeah.
Because it looks like he's diving to catch a pass, but there's no pass.
And you reckon the guy tripped over him? No. Because he got up doing like that.
Dennis says a banana peel. I'm telling you. That's what.
Well, drawn one.
You guys got this all wrong. It's banana peel on the 30-yard line. He stepped on it. And
I tell you what, fellas, drone is not everybody's homecoming game no more. They used to be.
No.
You know,
They were in the Western Conference Finals last year.
Yeah, they used to be everybody's homecoming game. They did.
They play ball.
All right, JP, let's take a quick break. When we come back, we got more scores and highlights, KDCBroadcasting.com.
We didn't get to play JV. We didn't get to play JV last night. We didn't get to play JV last night. When I went down there in the lightning, we was warming up and lightning came. And then the coach from the middle school, coaches at Olympic now. The one who used to coach at Shelby Middle School. Yeah. He coaches at Olympic. He's the offensive line coach. So you know after the game he got rolled pretty good. Because he had got above his britches. And they won like 2-3 championships at the middle school. So he got too big for his britches. So now you're going to find out what losing is all about. Because I think they might have lost maybe 2 games the whole time. That's the one who...
What happened to Hendersonville?
That's the one who gave me the trouble.
we didn't go to Thomas Jefferson School.
We got Ace on fire, though.
I didn't think Burns a bit. Arizona Central like that.
I told you last week that was
Yeah, they at the last play of the game, something like that, wasn't it?
Yeah, we talked to the other team.
Yeah. Y'all know you said East Rutherford. Going back to the whole East Rutherford.
Well, Steve, I'm just happy y'all didn't go 0-4. Because it would have been devastating for the Golden Lions to be
They already want to fire the coach and stuff like that. They don't understand. They don't understand. They don't understand all the work they guys put in.
What they don't understand is that Shelby is a two-way team. That's what they don't understand. They have to see that they're playing. They got guys playing both ways. That has never been a tradition.
Never.
Yeah, and you don't have the kids that you've had in the past.
Because they ain't Chris.
Do what?
You got 3 kids from Shelby at Chris. 2 of Chris starters played for Shelby last year.
Could have had 4.
Because Tate, actually Tate went to Chris. Came back to Shelby. But he never went to no practice.
But then, Steve, I remember, what was it? Goulet throwing the ball to Borders in the state championship game some years ago.
Michael Goulet.
Yeah, and they were both former Crest quarterbacks. So, you know, this stuff it ain't no one-way street. It goes on all.
Now I can understand the cornerback switches, but the linebacker, he done made our conference 2 years in a row at Shelby. So I didn't understand that. But it's for me to understand.
They're kids. You know how it is. It's like
they go where they think they're gonna get ready.
We've been getting max food, you know, this year. Last year we had Fats food. Well, why did we switch to Max? Because Fats went out of business.
That's out of business.
Yeah, we didn't like it. We didn't like their food. It's
For real? Yes, sir. I didn't know that.
Every one of them closed.
All the Fats. I was one of the last ones that I knew was still open.
Well, we eat Friday night. They close Saturday.
This Saturday past?
You got all the leftovers.
No, not 4 weeks ago.
I mean, if you're the manager, why would you just have a big cookout? The food's there. Should have called everybody. Free food at Fats today.
That's what she should have done.
Yeah.
We should order steaks that
We
night.
should have ordered.
Well, welcome back to the broadcast, everybody. We got if I didn't know you didn't know JP was in there introducing everybody. Steve Degree's up in the house tonight. after
Go ahead.
after the big
All right.
victory.
JP is on now.
We did have a caller, Michael Sisk, wanted to give a shout out to our late friend Dan Greer, who would have been 71 years old.
All right,
yesterday.
Dan.
Used to broadcast.
Actually,
of course, at
Dan's
WHS.
responsible for getting me into this gig.
Yeah, you was telling about that earlier.
Yeah.
Yes. Great guy.
I told him
You're
no.
welcome.
But you broke.
Hey, come back, please.
Okay.
Great guy. Great guy.
Good deal.
Him and
They might not. You might not want my face showing. That might be the camera fixing. It's auto correcting.
I think they got you a little bit.
It's auto adjust. Well, it keeps falling down a little bit lower. It's like I can't look at this face. Get it off of there. Oh.
So we've got most of the scores. There's a few that we haven't got. Thomas Jefferson was winning 22-14 against the Greenville Hurricanes. And
There you go.
and
Us
then,
old folks can't see.
but like I said, some of the games, if it's in red on the screen for you folks listening on the radio, we show
They ain't
show
gonna
the
see the red.
you ain't gonna see the red on the radio. For folks listening on the radio,
Can you
those
hear
games
the
have not finished. We don't have a final. All the black scores are finals across the board. The first game that ended tonight was Maiden and St. Stephen's, 50-19. Maiden. They started that game at 6 o'clock actually today, so that's why that game got over earlier. We're waiting on scores still. Thomas Jefferson and Greenville have got nothing on Hendersonville and Mountain Heritage tonight. If anybody's got that, call it in. Nothing on the Elkin Bucking Elks.
Careful.
What'd you say?
Careful.
Mount Airy Granite Bears were up 21-0 against Ash when we had that. For the rest of them, we do have finals. We had teams on byes this week that did not play: East Lincoln, Kings Mountain, Crest, Statesville, East Burke, North Iredale, Hunter Huss, Forest View, Newton, Conover, Lincoln and West Caldwell, Kramer, and Fred T. Ford. All, I miss West Lincoln too, did not play this week. So we got a lot of mountain scores here on our broadcast tonight. Going into the top 10, we'll talk about it tomorrow. It's like Bandy's is going to be 1, East Gaston 2, Hickory 3, East Lincoln 4, Kings Mountain 5, Crest 6, West Lincoln 7, Bunker Hill 8, Maiden 9, and there's a 3-way tie for 10. It looks like it's probably going to go to West Iredale, and we'll talk about that in the morning. Final scores tonight. We're going to give those for a minute.
I'm going to have to turn the radio on to hear y'all talk about how West Iredale is in the top 10.
Hey, and then tomorrow, what you got to listen to, we got to predict we're predicting doing our NFL playoff predictions tomorrow.
Oh, boy.
Then we got our college football predictions and more. And Terry is guaranteed to mess up some type of saying. So Tom wants everybody to listen to that.
Terry's probably going to predict the Cowboys will win the Super Bowl.
Oh yes, you might just write it down. He's got Dallas and
my man.
I don't know who he's going to pick in the. I think he's got Dallas and Detroit this year in the NFC Championship game.
Oh, is that what he got?
You know, hey,
I think so.
Detroit won last night.
Will all three of the people at the table Saturday, besides not me, I just want to make this clear, pick the Detroit Lions to win your division. I just want you to know that they said that out loud. Thank you. Where's Will? We're not gonna find this video. I got this shot somewhere. There he is.
Yeah, the Packers done. You can stick a fork in the Packers. They done. They done.
I said to I was like, guys, y'all do know Minnesota went 13-4 last year, and y'all are picking the Detroit Lions.
They Detroit beat them in it last.
Detroit won last night.
They won by a point.
I know last night, but I'm talking about in the division last year. The Detroit beat Minnesota.
I don't know. They lost 4 games.
Minnesota won our division.
They ended hot, but I know Detroit ended hot. Minnesota won the division, but Detroit ended the season hot. But
so here's what happened.
Will's a Packers fan, folks.
Green Bay was all they had to do was beat Detroit to go to the playoffs.
And who was the quarterback?
Rodgers was our quarterback.
Okay,
and had already decided that he was done with Green Bay. And he threw the game like he threw the first other 2 games before. That's what
all right.
Yeah, I already got one in Super Bowl. I don't need
that. Y'all hear the Deacon, don't you? Giving us a sad song.
Absolutely. I'm not giving you a sad song. I'm telling you the truth.
Hey,
write it down.
Okay.
He threw the game against Tom Brady and the Bucks when Bucks went, because all he had to do was walk into the end zone, and he stayed back and didn't run the football.
Okay.
Hey, I got a burn score across the board for some of the videos, folks. When we're at these games, we're trying to get the highlights out. We're subject to the signal, the phone signal chip. So sometimes the scores don't come out until after the game. Here's Burns scoring. This made it 14-0 up at Alexander Central.
I remember that. That's at Alexander.
Yeah,
they got the worst field in football. It used to be Westlake.
Mm-hmm.
I promise you, it used to be Westlake.
I'll agree.
But Alexander Central has got the worst field in football right now.
I think we mentioned it last week as far as the turf and stuff.
They use that to their advantage.
Absolutely.
The grass at West was rough for a while, but then a few years back they fixed it. And it was fantastic for a few years. And then now they're on the AstroTurf, so they don't even got to worry about that more. That's the only score I got that's come across so far. Tanner's going to get the scores. Folks, if you want to know where I'm getting all these scores, watch it online. We tweet all our scoring highlights of all the games we covered on KTC Broadcasting at What's Up Shopper. So go to What's Up Shopper Twitter page if you want to see all the scores. We retweet them and like them on KTC Broadcasting. Hashtag KTC Scores as well. This is East Gaston going up 27-0 on a field goal against Ashbrook. And we got scores. The games we got scores from, folks. Let's see. I'll pull up Scoreboard first. Everybody on the top left, if you want to go through and look for highlights tonight at What's Up Shopper. Burns today, Alexander Central. Cherville, North Gaston. Olympic, Shelby. Chase and Drone. East Rutherford and North Lincoln. And Ashbrook and Green Wave. I got about just a few minutes. I'm going to go through what I can as far as the highlights, folks, and then we'll read the scores. To end it, I'm going to make this as quick as possibly can, so I'm going to skip through any of the short runs or anything like that. I did want to show this play. How about Trent and Sherrill? Hit computer there for me. This quarterback, Steve, you're going to have to deal with him in a couple of weeks for East Gaston, lefty. And
he looks kind of like he's wearing number 7. He looks kind of like somebody I know that wear number 7.
He gone.
He's a good basketball player too.
Oh, is he? Oh. Okay. North Lincoln with a score. We went through those. I'm going to skip the North Lincoln and Chase one to show some of the ones that we didn't get to. How about I want to show a field goal? Just showed that one. How about North Gaston with a 40 or 38-yard touchdown run here against Cherville?
Lord,
there we go. Hand
off the wing tee end around.
Student body left.
And he was gone.
Student body left.
old Buck Sweet.
Don Pack would have been proud of him.
This is Cherville going up 14 to or cutting lead 14-7 up the middle. Number 21 with a touchdown.
Hey, 21 is a big guy. He's a big guy.
This is East Gaston recovering a fumble in the end zone for the score. That made it 13-0 against Ashbrook. So the Warriors tonight beat the Green Wave. Here's a kickoff. Cherville cuts lead 14-7, Steve, and the very next kick. And they gone. They gone. That big for you folks there. So, anyway, he broke what, and they missed like 4 or 5 tackles in that one. So it was bad. It was
right
bad
there
on
in the
the
middle of the field, it was like 5 of them. There was one guy in the middle of the field just turned around and turned his back to the play, and then turned back around and looked at the guy and run along. It was a great kick.
One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Barry Sanders right there.
14. Bless his heart.
It was no tackling is what it was from those guys. North Gaston going up 28-7 on the Ironman. There you stood at body right, Steve.
Old kind of option. Start one way and go back.
All right, let's see. North Gaston, Cherville still. How about Trent Sherrill, quarterback keeper? It's been 20-0. East Gaston over Ashbrook.
Ooh,
number 7.
Good hit right.
Yep.
Is this the big hit? Will. No, they're coming left. Wasn't it the Cherville game we had a big hit on?
Oh, at the
going
end,
right.
in the end zone?
Yeah. Untouched around the end. How about some music from the band of Knights of North Lincoln?
Too many people there, wasn't it?
That's the East Rutherford side.
That's the East Rutherford. They don't have.
That's like an hour and a half drive, probably. I don't know how long it is.
They don't. You got youngest playing. You drive an hour and a half. You won't ever hear Coast fans or Shelby fans or Kings Mountain fans not driving.
Now hold on. If you're West Charlotte, you don't drive an hour and a half to Crest.
West Charlotte used to. West Charlotte used to burn the road.
All right, Chip, I'm going to put you on the hot seat. Black scores only. Skip the red ones.
All right.
As quick as you can. I'll let you read through the scores as I get prepared to end the show.
Now, am I doing all? Or am I just doing the left?
I'm going to let you do them all.
All right, hang on to your hats.
Then we'll all say goodbye here in a minute. I'm going to let Chip do the scores as I get some stuff around the.
All right, run down this real quick. Burns Bulldogs defeat Alexander Central 50-7. North Gaston defeats Cherryville 55-7. Shelby 51, Olympic 21. Great job, Shelby Golden Lions. Drawn 35 defeats Chase 35-25. North Lincoln 56, East Rutherford 21. East Gaston blanks Ashbrook 27-0. Landrum 47, Polk 21. Chesney 41, RS Central 13. Brevard shuts out North Buncombe 48-0. Freedom 56, Patton 6. Avery County squeaks by McDowell 23-22. Bessemer City 37, Union County 16. Winston-Salem 41, Highland Tech 8. Let's see, Lake Norman Charter Knights 13, Pine Lake Prep 8. Forest Hills 21, Community Schools of Davison 14. Mountain Island 42, South Lake Christian 13. Heading down here, Swain defeats Tuscola 30-26. Murphy 49, Smoky Mountain 27. Owen wins against East Henderson 26-6. Pisgah defeats Hayesville 32-7. West Henderson 40, Irwin 10. That hurts. Watauga 36, AC Reynolds 35. South Point 20 defeats High Brighton 20-7. Bunker Hill 45, Hickory 6. Hickory Red Tornadoes 35, Cox Mill 15, West Iredale 21, West Wilkes 7. Maiden defeats St. Stephen's 50-19. Bandies defeats South Caldwell 45-14. Robbinsville 35, Allegheny 7. Wilkes Central 21, East Wilkes 7. Starmount with a big win 62-12 over North Wilkes. And East Surrey defeats South Stokes 64-48.
I made one prediction, and it didn't come true. I had Highland Tech pulling off their victory tonight, and they fell 41-8.
What's the difference between Hickory Hawks and the Hickory Red Tornadoes? That's two different schools?
Yes, sir.
It's two different schools.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
one's a charter school, one's Hickory High School.
Okay.
Thank you for asking that question, Coach. I just learned something new myself, so thank you.
I think the Hickory Hawks is a homeschool, is it not?
It's a whole lot of homeschool kids.
Right.
in Hickory.
Right.
Cool.
But I believe it is a homeschool football organization team.
Huh.
Okay.
Club
Next week,
sports.
Club sport.
next week on the broadcast, you can watch Highland Tech at Burns.
Oh, Lord.
Oh.
If you want to see some highlights, watch the first half. It'd be a lot to a little. Crest will be at Ashbrook next week, WHS 101.5 FM. We'll have the broadcast with that. Cherryville will be at Shelby on WHS. Actually, I got that wrong. Yeah. Crest and Ashbrook will be on WHS. Cherryville will be at Shelby on WCSL 92.9 FM and 1590 AM. Then Bessemer City will be up at Thomas Jefferson. So we get 6 of the Southern Piedmont 1A, 2A teams next week. And then Bunker Hill and North Lincoln was originally on our schedule. That's got moved. We now have next week East Lincoln at the Hickory Red Tornadoes. Big games next week.
Conference.
Conference starts next week. So again, our big game next week. Game of the week will be Hickory and East Lincoln. Highland Tech at Burns. Crest at Ashbrook. I guess Burns and that Crest will pick their score next week. 60s and 50s. Is that what we're going to do?
Crest, Ashbrook. I would say that, but Ashbrook always seems to find
They just got beat 27-0 to East Gaston.
Hey, it don't matter.
They always find
You're right.
gumption when they play.
54-3, Crest wins next week.
Whoa, he throwing a gauntlet.
We'll hold you to that, Kevin.
I'm going to say
Write that down.
They score 50 points because that's what they've been scoring around 40. Probably average around 44 points a game. So I'm going to say 50 points.
All right. Any final thoughts real quick, Dennis, before we go?
I'm glad Shelby came through tonight. I would hate to have seen them 0-4. Now they're 1-3, but much improved. If you're in that conference, watch out for Shelby. And if you're a 2A school, watch out for them come playoff time.
You're here.
All right, folks, that's going to do it here on the post-game show brought to you by CSI Mechanical of Shelby, a new sponsor on our post-game show. I want to thank them for joining us this year. Let's see. Let me get Big Room Cam say, everybody say goodbye. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Adios. Thank you.